Thanks for staying with us. Residents of Lusikisiki in the Eastern Cape say they're concerned about the slow pace at which police solve criminal cases in the area. This follows the mass murder of 18 people at Ngobozana village in Lusikisiki early on Saturday. 17 people were shot and killed in 2 homes, while the 18th victim succumbed to his injuries on Sunday. MEC for Transport, Community Safety and Liaison, Xolile Nqatha, spoke to us a little earlier.
Let me take this opportunity once again to convey our message of condolences to the family of the deceased. It is quite saddening and to face the crime scene and face community members who have gone through, this painful experience, having been the first one to be on the scene. And we are quite confident that the specialists from the police at the national level and provincially who already arrived on Saturday to process the scene yesterday and today, and they've interviewed the 5 who survived, this brutal killing. We're confident that on the available information, they will be able to break through, to make a breakthrough to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. People are going through quite a difficult period. We've asked even our social workers from the Department of Social Development to extend their support, not to look at their immediate relatives where they are still relatives, because in one instance, the whole family was wiped out, which is quite sad. And the house will be virtually left empty with no people, left. And we think social development must extend support then to neighbors, because others have shared with us those painful stories that they've just experienced something that they've never seen in their lives, and it keeps on coming on even in their sleep. They still see those very painful visuals.
And we were... Pardon me, MEC, for coming in there. We were in conversation with Social Development just a short while ago, and they were telling us that they're extending their support. But I'm keen to hear from you, because as much as police are investigating at the moment, but what are some of the residents suspecting could be at play here?
Well, it's difficult to say, except to say that there have been murders that have been committed that remain unresolved, and therefore they have expressed their unhappiness in that regard, and arguing correctly that they are living in fear, because even if they come forward and then a case slips and somebody agrees to be a witness, the following day they will be killed. And the fact that they are unresolved murder cases, they believe that that lack of consequences have led to people becoming more now, criminal element becoming more confident. And as a result of what they have shared with us, we have asked the police to take all those dockets of unresolved matters, so that those matters can be attended to. And we did appeal to them to share information using even the extortion hotline, so that they are able to share the information without disclosing their identity. Those are some of the things that people have shared with us. Lusikisiki is one of the crime spots, as one of the areas in the province, which is why 5 years ago the police station was upgraded to a brigadier station, and meaning therefore more resources was allocated. And but it is quite clear that a lot more still needs to be done, so that people can feel safe in their area.
And definitely, and I was going to go to that, MEC, because there are some members of the community who are complaining about the response time of the police, given the fact that this is a crime hotspot, and as we've seen through different crime stats over the years. So one wonders, what did they tell you in that particular regard when it comes to the police response time? Because they've told reporters that police simply took too long when they were being called to come and assist them. What also did the police tell you were the reasons why this happened, if it did?
Yeah, from the side of the police, both, as I said, that both the local and the provincial police responded on Saturday in the early hours after having had this incident, and that's what the information that we received in arriving. And as it relates to other, because the place itself, the village, is even less than a kilometer to this new police station which was built 5 years ago. And therefore, that is why the provincial commissioner, working with head office, they've got to go to the bottom of this issue as to why a nearby community next to the police station should feel the way they feel. Something has got to be done, surely, because they can't be experiencing that living not far from the police station. And they did tell us that, in the night they would hear sounds of gunfire, happening, which is indicative of the existence of illegal firearms that are in the community. And hence we said we call upon the community to come forward and provide that information to us, because the criminal elements are not falling from the trees. They live from with community, with household, within households, and therefore people have this information. That's why we're saying they must share it confidentially through our hotline, so that a follow-up is made.
So
that's
when
the
it comes,
only way we can defeat crime, by ensuring collaboration between the police and the community.
When it comes to defeating such incidents, I mean, I remember, for example, just last year, 18 people were killed just a few days apart, 7 people, 4 men and 3 women in Qunu, for example, when unknown gunmen opened fire. There have been a number of incidents that we've reported on as well. So what is it that, as you are looking, when it comes to your work as the MEC and some of the officials there, is making it difficult for all of you to clamp down on these incidents?
Yeah, what is clear is that these matters are carefully planned, and then executed. And in some other instances, they even have the time to collect cartridges, which is not the case in this instance, because when they collect cartridges, it becomes difficult, because when you have got cartridges, at least police can start from there in terms of their investigation. But when they are thoroughly planned, as they are, many of these people clean up the scene, then they become difficult. But I'm glad that in all these mass murderers that have occurred in the province, in all of them, arrests were executed. People are behind the bars in many of them. But that is not enough, because the biggest part of our provincial safety strategy, one of the pillars, is to work in a preventative way, so that the fight against criminality is preventative, so that we prevent loss of life. That is why then the minister, approached by the province, the Minister of Police, has provided us with a senior officer to strengthen our intelligence capacity, not only in the country but in the province, so that the investigations are more intelligence-driven, and the operations of the police to fight against crime are intelligence-driven and are targeted. And the individuals that are suspected, we're able to profile them, we're able to monitor their movements, so that they can be apprehended before they commit any crime.